Good to have you back here on the Pulse. Now, guess you've fallen in love with one of these luxurious cars and the others, as you see them on our streets, from Maybachs to Range Rovers, Mercedes, BMW, and some of the brands that you've seen around. Well, the Economic and Organized Crime Office says a number of these vehicles were stolen from the likes of Canada and other places through and actually brought into our country. Now, those who bought them have no idea at all that these vehicles are indeed stolen. But the question we're asking is, of course, why would Ghanaian vehicle dealers go and steal vehicles and then sell them to the unsuspecting public? Last week, of course, there was some engagements about this. The Chamber of Automobile Dealership Ghana and some stakeholders have been engaging on this. Today, we have the Vehicle Asset Dealers Association, who are, of course, the real owners of some of these seized vehicles by Yoko, who are equally raising concerns about them. Alhaji Saeed Rahman is the Administrative Secretary for the Vehicle Asset Dealers Union of Ghana. Opoku Echeman is the General Secretary of the group. Alhaji, how do you say it? How do you even say it? Just Mubarak or something?
Mubarak.
Oh, Eid Mubarak to you, Alhaji. Welcome. You're enjoying the holiday, I guess.
Yes, very well. Very well.
But it's not a good time for you in terms of business.
Yes.
You're complaining, for instance, together with Opoku, that your members are being harassed over these issues relating to stolen vehicles. Yeah. Do you have an idea of how many vehicles have been seized so far?
First and foremost, good afternoon, and good afternoon to our viewers. Vehicle and Asset Dealers Union has been existing for almost about 20 years now. We have been dealing in used and new cars, buying and selling.
Right.
And we deal genuinely in cars. So, by the look of things, about 90% of cars that import into the country, we have been dealing with it. So we are there on last December 9th when Yoko came to our garages and he said some of the cars has been stolen. It was a shock to you. It was a shock to us.
You didn't believe that?
Yes.
Are you not holding brief for your colleagues, not knowing where necessarily all of the cars are coming from? Could that not be the case, that you don't know where all the cars are coming from?
Yes, it could be true because we buy, some of them import from outside, some of them buy from here, and some from the auction dealers we also deal with. So basically, that is this whole thing.
Okay. Opoku, let's talk about what moves you're taking and some of the steps you're taking to engage Yoko on this, because the harassment, as I understand the reports are pointing out, continues. Yoko is still coming after your members, going into some of the garages. How bad is the situation now as we speak?
Honestly, auto theft has been in the system for quite some time now.
Okay.
Right. In the automotive industry, as far back as 1906.
Okay, so this is way back. It's not a new thing.
It's an old phenomenon.
Right.
I hope you understand. Daily, every month, yearly, thefts do go on in our industry. We are aware of this. And as a union, we took steps a couple of times to engage our members on, how to acquire, if you are acquiring online or via phone or via an individual or an agent, how to do it. When you are getting it from the port, how to go about it, where to conduct your searches from, to be able to make sure those cars are really cleared.
Right.
And so we were, as my colleague said, kind of surprised and shocked at the antagonistic posture of Yoko, because as a matter of fact, it made me feel that as businessmen and traders, for that matter, and ambassadors of a beloved country, we are not protected when it comes to the transactions that we do outside, which we believe that those transactions need to be sacred, it needs to be preserved and protected and respected for that matter. So if at least you have information that some of the cars that are in our garages are
stolen vehicle. Okay. Yeah.
Stolen. At least no one can be more Catholic than the Pope. So what we expected was that at least we could be first contacted because we have a union. In fact, we have a union. If your sheep, for instance, is stolen, you have to go to the abattoir.
Right.
So you can't be on the media and then just try to cause damage or dent the reputation that we have been able to earn over the years.
Oh, so it's beginning to affect even the purchases, your business.
From December till now,
Right.
the operation started, or the raid started in December 9th. From that time on
Till
through the
date.
Christmas festivities till date, we haven't been able to come up. And don't forget, we're now even coming up from the shocks of the COVID-19, which as a matter of fact, if you ask myself and my colleague and even the union chairman, none of our members nationwide benefited from the COVID-19
Support?
alleviation fund. So we are individually trying our best to be on our feet. And this thing just comes in as a big blow to us, because you ask yourself, why this time?
Yeah.
And why now? Because from 7 years now,
Right.
when this government came into power till date, every day, every month, yearly, auto theft goes on in these countries. The data is there. It can be checked on internet.
But for those who are watching us now, who may not be aware of how you run the processes in terms of your procurement,
Sure.
Elijah, are you able to educate us briefly on that? Because I'm asking the question because the destination or the origin of the vehicles is not necessarily here in Ghana. So it's fair to say that they may have been stolen. Is that possibility there? What process do you normally go through?
Yeah, that
go through
one
in terms-
that can be possible. But
Okay.
what we mean is, in our business, every business has a trade secret.
Okay.
Every business.
Yes, but there's a standard procedure that you go to
the
when
standard
you're
we
purchasing.
do
Do
is
you check?
Yes, we have documents and everything on the platform we check. You'll be in your garage, somebody will come. Say, my brother, I'm selling this car. He'll give you the document. There's a document to it, which Ghana government, when it takes the duties, the customs and everything will give you the document. So we go to the customs and check the document. So this cars and everything. So they will clear, so this car is okay, so you can go ahead and sell it. But what is worrying us is, all the cars Yoko has taken, we have paid duty on it. It's a fully paid duty, which the Ghana government is supposed to have checked before the cars was entered.
Okay, so your argument is, well, you've cleared me, even if it's a stolen car.
The government has cleared.
But it doesn't take away the fact that it may have been
What
a
I
stolen
mean
car.
is, it's a trade. And the government has all the apparatus, everything.
Okay,
I'm
to
not
check.
defending to
Right.
check. I'm in my garage and you have brought me the document and the car.
Right.
Where should I check? Go to customs. Because I can't check from FBI, CIA. What we normally check is when you are at the port and there's an issue, they will refer you to Interpol. So you go to Interpol, they will clear and you come and you take the car. We also have another platforms we check if the cars are genuine. We have other platforms we can do. We have checked auto check and those platforms. We checked the VIN number and everything. The car.
Now you check the vehicles,
yes. Some of them has been cleared, the ones we have. So we are expecting the government has taken on the duty paid. We have examination fees on. So as a layman, my brother, government supposed to check from the, because the Interpol, who is dealing with the Interpol? It's the state apparatus.
Right.
And they are there. Cars are not like a mobile phone. They bring in those cars. You have taken duties, and I have come and parked the car in my garage, and I'm selling it as the normal practice. And you come and you said the car is stolen. So what are their agencies and those people who cleared the cars are now, they are also, everybody is quiet.
So there's no part, and I want to get that argument right, there's no part of your procurement process where it is likely, I'm not saying and I'm not accusing you of doing it, where it is likely that someone could buy a stolen vehicle.
Yes.
Are you ruling that out? Is it that it's not
No,
possible
no,
at
it's
all?
possible.
It's possible that you may buy a stolen vehicle.
Brother, let me come.
Okay.
You know, in every business activity or profession that a group of people come together to partake in, definitely there will be blemish. There is no profession globally
That you have
you
a few
wouldn't have
bridges here
ups and downs in there. And so we accept that, and we know that for sure. But the direction and the manner, if you want to fight a menace, It's either the way you go about it could reduce that menace, or it could go a long way to dent the reputation of the individuals who
are doing the business,
doing the business or the profession. Our issue here is we do due diligence. I don't think any confident and bold thief, allegedly thief, will be able to come into the country with, you know, vehicles which are stolen, as we say, allegedly, and then approach this robust custom procedures that we have in our country. Come out, cleared, pay the required duties
on the vehicle.
on the allegedly stolen vehicle, and then when we are fighting this complex nature of a war against auto theft, we will leave those institutions which are mandated and well resourced to undertake some of these checks. For instance, the JRA can't leave them out.
You always pay your duties and whatever it is.
Interpol out. You can't leave national security out. The Marine Police, the Ghana Standard Authority and all that, because why do I say this? We have their heavy presence at the port, the various ports of entry. So ask yourself, my brother, can somebody who has stolen a good be able to go through this
and still get in a position of the vehicle? But what steps are you taking?
And also display or parade those vehicles in garages. My brother, you and I, since I'm a young man, from younger age to date, I've never seen a thief or an armed robber or a fraudster who deals in business in broad daylight. I haven't seen some before. So who will have that guts to be selling stolen goods in garages?
I see that you're not happy about how Yoko is going about the issue.
Yes.
But for your members as well, are you taking steps, for instance, for the sake of your members, to, for instance, engage Yoko?
We've done that already.
Okay.
In fact, initially, we were expecting that since we have a union, even tomato sellers, sorry to say that, have a union or they have an association, how much more vehicle importers in the country? We do have. And Yoko knows us. They could have approached us with whatever material they had, purporting that we had stolen vehicles in our possession. And at least you talk to us, bring a document along, or you ask us on the point or the verge of you picking up those cars or seizing those cars. You ask us for the kind of documents we have in possession, at least purporting that those vehicles are ours and they are not stolen. You don't come in a Rambo style, take these vehicles away, about 39 vehicles or 38 vehicles initially, take them away, and then later release have a press release. And then emphatically telling us that you have been able to clamp down the syndicates of this auto theft.
It's as though they are roping your association in.
That is it.
And that's why I want us to look at the remedial measures. What measures are you taking going forward to address this? The 38 cars, have you retrieved all of them, by the way?
Okay, so that Yoko was demanding for some documents
on the 38.
Yes.
On the 38.
Yes.
Okay, we'll come. Yeah, we'll come
so
to that.
We and the lawyers, our lawyers and Deb, we went and we have gathered everything and we have submitted the documents to Yoko for almost about a month now. For even Yoko to receive, to write to us, we have received your document as at now.
Nobody is responding to
it. Through the lawyer, through our...
So where are the vehicles, by the way?
The vehicles are impounded.
They are with them. And just imagine these heavy, luxurious vehicles. If you park for 2 weeks without attending to, just imagine what will happen to the damage. And some of the cars, the chassis they produce to us is different from the ones on the cars. So, Yoko, are they being... What is the rationale behind what they are doing? Because if we are importing over 80,000 cars to the country every year, and you are looking for 400, do you go out and telling the public they should, where are they going to look for? You should give options. Oh, when you are buying a car, this is the process. Have they given any alternatives? It's the same alternative we are using to sell the cars, is you are giving to the general public. What we mean is now the Ghanaian people,
Right.
we are dealing
with the public.
The public. And the Yoko is there without doing anything. He will just issue a statement and you go and relax. We will do it, we will take it to court. They will say, go to Yoko, do the. We are doing everything possible, but Yoko is not responding.
But what systems do you have yourself? I mean, of checking the vehicles. You're talking about some of the auto check, some of the platforms you have.
My brother,
have you given those systems out?
You see, with the procedure of buying cars from outside the country, anybody in our business will attest to the fact that you can't buy a stolen. You can't stay in Ghana here and buy a stolen vehicle.
Why are you so sure about that?
Because of where we get our cars from.
Okay.
Yes.
You are sure, 100% sure of the source.
The procedure through which a car can be imported through the various organizations, which are the various ports and crossing borders of these countries of origin. That is our issue. Okay, we have privately organized, privately sponsored organizations. Right. We have government-sponsored organizations, all checking this auto. This thing is not an issue of. It's not a small thing where you can just impound 3 or 4 cars or 100 cars, and then you go to sleep thinking that this menace will just cease automatically. We are talking about a yearly stealing of about 1.2 million in US alone.
Yeah, so Yoko has every right to be concerned, isn't it? That it does happen.
If you have a right to be concerned, we don't doubt it. But what is the procedure that you are using to clamp down
on these vehicles? Do you know someone who's personally been affected out of this, or have you?
We have.
We have.
Also a victim.
You also been affected.
We have a couple of members in our union who are affected by this auto theft issue. And as a matter of fact, a couple of cars have been seized. I initially told you we were talking about 39 cars which were impounded. About 38 or 37 of them are from members in our union.
Because they came for it at the garage.
Okay, and you asked us to produce legally the documents, and you gave us the requirement you wanted. You asked us to either produce the sale or purchase agreement, produce ship manifest, bill of lading, or a proof of payment of duty.
And all of these?
All of these have been provided to you as at 28th March 2023 this year. Until to date, no response has been heard from their quarters, either through our council or our legal counsel.
I'm interested in what next steps you'll be taking, legally speaking, because we don't know what your options are now. I'm sure that you've tried. You keep trying to reach out to Yoko. There's no response. Are you heading to court on this? What are you?
We are already in court about this. But we wouldn't want to sit aloof and watch the source of our livelihood just collapse and go down the drain anyhow. Because as we speak, the union has a membership of about 7,000 plus nationwide. And we
7,000 deals.
Yes, and we have dependent on us as well. You know, when we don't import vehicles or when we are not in business, these auto sprayers, key programmers, what have you,
can also not deal.
Right. Of course, they can also not be in business. Okay, and so definitely we wouldn't sit aloof.
Alhaji, I'm interested in your story, for instance. You were talking about the fact that, for instance, you've been affected. Is it the case that, so once the car is there, obviously you can't sell? So you are basically running out of business?
Yes, they have taken the car and they have taken the...
Are they that expensive? Or, I mean...
My brother, we have talked...
Luxurious vehicles.
Yes.
Very.
I have a friend which has a car. They paid a duty of almost about 410,000 Ghana.
That's a lot of money.
The car is selling for $200,000.
Wow.
And you have just taken the car just like that and packed. Said that allegedly.
The condition no one knows. Even if it's safe right now, no one knows.
So let's deal with you one-on-one. Okay, this is the process we want you to go through. We have done that. And what we are saying is that it could be allegedly fine. But what is the process? What is the... So EOCO sitting down and giving the media information without the affected,
from the group.
They are not being fair to us.
Okay.
You demanded documents. We have given out the documents to you. In fact, what proves that those cars belong to those affected members have been given to you. Copy of those documents have been given to you. So what next? You wouldn't respond to us. 3 weeks down the line, we hear about it in the Daily Graphic. Something which initially, when we sat to meet with you, the Yoko boss, made it point blank that is something we shouldn't be on a media platform. We need to make sure the right things are done, right documents are being checked, and then the cars will be released. But what do we have here?
Okay, since it's affecting your business, we're wrapping up, but I'll give you the opportunity to speak to the general public on, for instance, what they should be on the lookout for when dealing with your members, and also perhaps reassuring them that the cars you're selling out there, they are not stolen cars. You have any message for them?
As a matter of
and perhaps what they should be on the lookout for. I'm sure that will be very helpful, because so people can deal with the genuine groups such as yours, which is, of course, dealing in these vehicles.
All that we want to say and the information we want to pass out is they should have confidence dealing with us like they have done over the years, about 20-something years, with the Vehicle and Asset Dealers Union of Ghana, who solely deal in used vehicles, slightly used vehicles from outside the country. As a matter of fact, there are solutions to which they can adhere to, because auto theft does not only go on outside this jurisdiction, it even goes on in here. And so we can only let them understand that since auto manufacturers have added this anti-robbery or anti-theft technology into almost all the cars, those criminals have also upgraded
a way
tactics
of doing things.
Doing things. And so all we ask is that make sure when you are buying a car, like they always do, because let's say about 10 years, 12 years down the line, I believe your car, when you are even about buying your car, you take the chassis, you go online to these websites, either Interpol, their database, they have this stolen motor vehicle database, which is being accessed, and instantly you have a result. You can also go to this VEN searches platforms, the notable ones. I don't want to mention names to beef up there.
Oh no, probably you want to give the information out there so that
you give a
can always
little
check.
token, you pay a little online, and then they will do cross check of the last sale that took place, even how much the person bought the car for will be reviewed during those searches, and they do it. Our customers know about this.
But are there some meetings coming up in the course of the week that you'll be engaging Yoko on this while you also pursue this what else is happening in court? Yeah.
Okay, after the holidays, our lawyers are going back to Yoko to the response, because we gave them the documents.
The documents
we are waiting for them
counts.
Yes. But we are assuring the general public, our worry is the government is silent. We don't know, because paying cards.
Have you tried the Trade Ministry?
We have petitioned the chairman. Select Committee on Defense and Interior. That was when was that? 24th of February. We are yet to receive a response. We copied even the ranking member, Honorable James.
So you've been working really hard.
Yes, because it's something which is affecting our business. Because no one wants to be tagged as somebody who has stolen. So Ghanaians and our typical, if somebody said, this man is a thief, do you think that people will come? That is why we are say, Yoko, you have the right to do your job.
Something.
But we also have the right to do our business.
You see,
and it's affecting us.
We are being made to think that maybe it's another way, another tactic to, cause disaffection to our customers, and also to bring down the patronage of the home use vehicles, and if possible, hop on onto these new assembly.
Okay,
cars.
but we don't want to go into that. That's another controversial
that's
area.
how we feel.
Yeah,
That's how we feel.
we don't have the evidence for now.
That's how we feel. Because over the years,
we don't have
we
evidence
import
for that. Let's just do that.
100,000
Yeah.
vehicles are imported into the country yearly.
I get the point.
Yes, and we.
But I'm just saying we don't have the
we
evidence.
account for
Yeah, but-
90,000. We account for 90,000.
Okay.
And you are telling me that because of 35 vehicles
You
which
are
are
blacklisting,
allegedly
yes.
stolen, you want to blacklist our business? No, you don't have to do that.
I see. Well, definitely the conversation will go on. We'll still be watching the space. After the holidays, of course, we're getting an indication that the vehicle dealers will be back to mount pressure. Alhaji Said Rahman is the Administrative Secretary for the Vehicle Asset Dealers Union of Ghana, and Joshua Opoku Antiman is the General Secretary of the group. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. And of course, we'll keep following up on their concerns. Well, it's just a week to that. Of course, celebration that many in the Central region are on the lookout for, and here in Ghana as well. It's about the Abuachiri Festival, Deer Hampton. What's the significance and what do you need to know about the festival? We'll tell you about it, plus some other stories here on The Pulse. Stay with us. We'll be back.